Free agency has been pretty wild these last few days. Players have been coming, they've been going. A lot of changes going on. One of the players I'm going to touch base on today is Miles Sanders, because now he's going to be going to the Carolina Panthers with a new opportunity. And this team is flipping around. They're retooling. They got the first pick in the draft. They traded up for that. Looks like they're going to be drafting a quarterback. I don't think that's up for debate at all. Just matters which quarterback it's going to be, whether it's Richardson, Stroud, or Young. But you guys speculate that in the comments below. But with Miles Sanders here and playing with now Andy Dalton and company, we don't really have a true wide receiver one here. This is an offense that's going to need some work. So this means that Miles Sanders might be going to an opportunity where he gets just a lot of chances to run the ball, a lot of chances to catch the ball out of the backfield, a lot of opportunity. There's a chance that his value just bumps up a little bit, gets more opportunity here. Maybe people want him a little bit more. He's turning 26 in May, so he is an older running back. He's being valued right now in ADP as the 32nd running back off the board. He is RB32 and being drafted in ADP. This is before the deal, though, as a 102nd player off the board. So I imagine there's a slight value bump, but not much. So pretty much value in the trade market should be relatively the same compared to where he was at in Philly. Should be relatively the same because we're not really expecting much out of this offense right now. We're not expecting him to sustain drives. A lot of question marks, a lot of ambiguity. He's getting into that realm of his career where he's starting to hit that back nine. We don't know how much longer. He's also had a lot of injuries on his career. Had his first 1,000-yard season last year with 4 RB1 weeks and 4 RB2 weeks. So he was productive. He can be used in the passing game as well. Caught 50 balls during his rookie season. So he can be used in the passing offense. But the baseline of the story is it looks like the Panthers are going to be leaning on him. They got Chuba Hubbard there. They got Andy Dalton there. He's not going to give you much upside in the passing offense. Frank Wright historically likes to run the football. He likes to get pieces involved in there in the run game where they can give more upside to the run game. So that's going to be very interesting to see how this matriculates for Miles Sanders. But really when it comes to the value here, we're just looking at the short term. No one's going to expect him to go into his 30s. So we're really not expecting him to really be a key cornerstone piece for our dynasty teams and be expecting to hold his value until he's like 29, 30 years old. Right now, we're at that point where things could drop dramatically with a bad season. We also have a lot of young running backs at play who have a ton of value coming into this rookie draft class. So really, when you look at the pick value here, he's really borderline first-round rookie pick range. 110, 111, 112, 201, somewhere around that. And when you start looking at the running backs here, you're going to take Bijan over him, of course. Jahmyr Gibbs over him, of course. Zach Charbonnet's ahead of him in ADP right now. Might change with his landing spot, but I don't think so. Then we get to this tier where they're behind him in overall startup ADP. Then we get to this tier where overall, they're behind him in startup ADP, but when you look at a trade basis here with Devin Achane, Zach Evans, Sean Tucker, Kendre Miller, players like that, a lot of people are going to go with the rookie. So we're looking at late first, early second. So if I'm trying to sell him, I'm trying to get him for any first I can get, especially a mid-first or mid-late first or something like that. If I'm trying to buy, I'm trying to get him for cheap. I'm trying to get that last tier, that fourth tier or so in the running back range, in the middle of the second round, late second round, just trying to catch him on the cheap somehow, whether I got to do that with another piece to get it done, just trying to buy somewhere like that, trying to catch him on the cheap. You want to buy running backs on the cheap nowadays, especially with these veterans. That's how I like to acquire my running backs. Looking at the trade calculator over at DLF, being valued as the 112, but that does not have this landing spot matriculated in, but I don't think it's going to be much different. But again, you're just going to have to watch where these running backs tear off at before you make your initial buy or sell. But if I got a random first, and it's looking like it's the middle of the first-ish, somewhere around there, and I can get somebody like Kendre Miller, Sean Tucker, Zach Evans maybe, personally, Zach Charbonnet for me too, then I'm looking to make the deal happen. If I can catch him on the cheap, which might happen with this class, especially if some of these running backs go to some good situations and we catch a wide receiver or two landing in a hot spot, then you might be able to catch them for a discount, or you can be creative to make it happen. Miles Sanders, though, from a buying standpoint, he's going to give you some value on the short term. As long as he stays healthy, things are going to go good here because he's going to get volume at least. It might not be productive volume. It might not be because the Panthers are keeping the chains moving, but he's going to get touches. He's going to catch the ball in the backfield because who else are they going to rely on? Terrace Marshall, Laviska Shenault, Andy Dalton, maybe the rookie quarterback. Maybe they draft a wide receiver who they just throw in the slot because we got a ton of slot receivers in this draft. So honestly, Miles Sanders and Chuba Hubbard's going to be a 1-2 punch. Miles is going to get a lot of touches, and for the short term, how we're forecasting this is probably going to be like a higher-end RB2, lower-end RB2. We're going to get some workload here. I would want this on the cheap. I don't want to pay up for it, but if I can sell it high at a good value, I also want to get into this rookie draft class. But that's how I'm feeling. I don't look at him as a buy or sell. It's very situational here with any player, and it's really for what you want. Some teams need a short-term back here with the production. Other people can catch players on the cheap if they kick the tires. Other people can sell them for more than what he's worth. So that's just how it's played out. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts below. I want to hear your thoughts on Miles Sanders and everything else. Make sure you smash that subscribe button on the way out. It's only going to help you build your Dynasty teams, get you ready for your rookie drafts and everything else. I want to thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.